Care Ninja. As you know, today is a, what day is it? What day is it? Whack-a-Granny Wednesday, and where we just do a bunch of slice and dicing, making these yards look nice. Granny yards, that is. Anyway, I hope you ninjas are having a wonderful Whack-a-Granny Wednesday. I know I am. Beautiful out here, about 55, 60 degrees, just nice breeze. It was actually pretty chilly this morning, where I was shivering even in the hoodie. So anyway, I am out here taking care of these granny yards, and I've got some people walking up behind me right there. As you can see, they're checking out the equipment, but why wouldn't they check out the equipment? There's a bad looking mower on that Ninja trailer right there. So as a lot of you ninjas know by now who've watched last night's video, and if you haven't, go check it out. There's a little sneak peek of it, what showed up yesterday. So I got two different things that have showed up, as I've shown a little bit because it was getting too dark. The other one I haven't even touched yet, and I promised I wouldn't because we're gonna do the unboxing with you ninjas. So I've got the baddest looking mower in the industry. These mowers are some of the eye-catching, head-turning, crazy looking mowers that I have ever seen, and I think that anybody has ever seen. I've got neighbors over there coming over and walking up to me going, what the heck is that? That is awesome, man. Look at that. That is sharp. That right there is sharp. I may need to go get me one. Anyway, we got the Spartan mower ninjas, as you go, most of you know by now. Usually this yard is fully weed infested, so I don't think we're going to be able to throw down any stripes, but it'll do a nice clean cut. So Spartan mowers ninjas, a lot of you know, have been around for a little while, a couple years I guess, and I always consider Spartan mowers to be one of the baddest looking mowers out there. I mean, who doesn't? When this got dropped off to me, I was like, whoa, where's the gun? You know what I'm talking about? The gun in the front? I want the freaking gun. I want to be able to pull up at these yards and... Anyway, I don't know too much about these mowers, but I know more now than I did just a few weeks ago or a day or two ago. So anyway, I will share a lot of these things with you as I go on. So I'll be able to give you maybe some pros and cons and whatnot. But one thing I will tell you as of right now, I know I haven't recorded yet because I just started the video, but the yards that I have mowed with it is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So one of the things that I've always heard, like I said, I don't know much about them, is, you know, they can't stripe. Oh, you can't stripe with a Spartan. Oh, you can't. Well, go to Instagram at Saving Green Lawn Care and you'll find, or sgninjas of course, and you'll find out if it can't stripe or not. How about that? Because these things are phenomenal. Not every yard is going to be stripeable. Is that even a word? But it does a clean cut on those yards that you can't stripe if they're just weed infested. I am very, very, very impressed with this mower. But one thing that is a factor, you know what? Let's go mow. We'll talk when I get back. Here's the beast. This is a monster. No doubt about it. Monster of a mower, ninjas. Okay, it's really windy out here, so bear with me. We're doing that house. Okay, first and foremost, I want to say a couple of things. It is a push start, so you can make your own code. And when you make your own code, you just press the start button. So there's no keys involved. That is number one. Number two, the last time that I used a sit-down mower was the Turfy, the Scab. I haven't really owned a sit-down mower since. So, with that being said, I can only compare it to the Hustler and the Turfy that I had. And those are the only two sit-down mowers that I owned, besides when I first started, which was a Troy-built Mustang. And that's not even something to compare it with. Okay, let's talk about the comfort of the seat, number one. And I know it's windy, guys. So the comfort of this seat is unlike anything that I have personally experienced. This thing is so comfortable that I don't feel anything. And if you know what I'm talking about, you'll understand what I'm about to say.
when you pull up at your yard, a yard that you've done for a long time, you know the landscape of that yard. You know the bumps, you know where you feel safer to turn, whether it's uphill, downhill. You feel the yard. With this seat, the problem I'm having is I can't feel that yard. So I'm having a hard time actually figuring out, like this yard, for example, is not really on a hill. It's a little bit of a slope, but nothing crazy. But some of the ones that I have done prior to this video, I can't feel the bumps and I can't feel the yard itself. So I'm having a hard time figuring out, can I go ahead and go up that hill? Can I go ahead and turn here? Will I slide? Will I not slide? So it is an adjustment thing, and I'm getting, you know, better at it as I'm using it. But my point is, the seat is super comfortable. You think Ferris is comfortable? You think the Scab Turfy is comfortable? Nah, this thing is phenomenal to me. And if you look at that. So the best way before I get going, and we're going to get into more details, of course, just bear with me, but the best way to describe that seat is that it reminds me of a semi-truck driver seat. Now, do you know how those semi-truck driver seats, they're on like airflow, air suspension? That's what this feels like. I mean, I cannot emphasize how comfortable it is. And if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. Look at that. See how much it moves? That is freaking comfortable. Okay, another pointer right here is legroom. Now, you ninjas know I'm pretty tall, and one of the things that I really did like about the Turfy was that it had plenty of leg room. One of the things I didn't like about the sit down when it comes to Ferris, or any other brand for that matter, I didn't have enough leg room. The only other one that I had decent amount of leg room was the Hustlers that I owned prior. And the reason why I say that is, now these are adjustable anyway. So if you're a bigger guy than I am, and this is still, you know, hitting your knees, you can actually adjust these and bring them up. Oh yeah. Spartan goes out of the way to make it very comfortable for the operator. And it shows by the little things that they do here and there. So, as you can tell, it's not hitting my knees. Okay? That is a big plus for me. I have no problems with sit downs, and I've always said sit downs have a place in this industry. But I am a stand-on guy. I'm not gonna lie. But this machine is beautiful. Your brakes, ninjas. That's it. Release. Engage the brake. Release. Engage. This is a lifetime warranty keypad. So if this ever breaks on you, they will replace it even if the unit is 10 years old, 15 years old, doesn't matter. Lifetime warranty. You know what this is, ninjas? This is your cell phone charger. Plug that in, put your phone right here. Very cool. Deck height adjustment. Press your foot right here. You adjust it what height you want. Let's just say 3 inches right there. And you just drop it. Locks right in. You want to lift the deck back up. Push. Turn all the way. Release. There it is. Okay, it's got 4.3 hours. This is like a brand new baby right here. You type in the code. So the code is, okay, and it tells you it's green light. So if anything else is not in place, it'll let you know. So for example, if I move this, it'll turn red. See that? But if I move it back, there it goes. Press and hold. I choked it. Very, very easy. Let's get to some mowing. What do you ninjas think? It's not too bad, not too bad. First cut with the Spartan, real nice stripes. I like it. I like it. Beautiful machine. Beautiful design. And not to mention it, as I mentioned before, very comfortable. Very nice. And I cut it a little bit shorter than usual just because it was getting a little out of hand. We've had a lot of rain. All right, ninjas, I'm back home. Had to mow my own yard as you guys watched the front, but I ended up having to do the back and did all the trimming, and whew, it was quite a bit. I kind of let the back go because it's the backyard. Anyway, but to conclude this video, so far, what do I think of the Spartan mower? Well, I shared a little bit today. I know it got windy and I didn't really want to, it was windy all day, honestly, and I did not want to try to talk over the wind and the yada, yada, yada. And so I tried to get the little bit of footage that I could, and we'll have plenty of opportunity to really get more into it. But, okay. First and foremost, as I mentioned before, it's the best looking mower out there in my opinion. I mean, they're just sharp looking. There's just something about them. They catch eyes. Okay. People turn their heads. So, and I think they're proud of that. So anyway, but it's only missing that gun. The thing is built like a tank. It really is. It is a heavy duty. Now look, some people for some reason say that a Spartan is a residential mower. You know, it's a good residential mower for somebody who just wants to spend a little extra money and have a good mower, and for their, you know, maybe they have a big yard. But look, I don't think Spartan is running away from that. I think Spartan is, they're proud to announce, from what I've gathered, because I've done some research here and there, and I've talked to some people, and of course the gentleman that brought the mower to me. And, you know, they sell mowers to residentials and commercials. And, You know, I think the residential people who just, you know, homeowners, they buy them because they like the look of them. It is the most comfortable mower that I have yet to this day used. And I don't say that lightly. Like, I've had Hustlers, I've had Scabs, the Turfy, and I've had Troy Built. Well, yeah, I've had Troy Built when I first got into the whole zero turn. And as far as sit downs, and this is the most comfortable. And if you, like I said, you don't believe me, go check it out for yourself. If you got a dealer local, go just sit on one. There's just something about that seat. Like I said, it reminds me of a truck driver, the whole air suspension. The cut quality is good. What would I compare the cut quality to? Probably a Hustler and a Wright, more or less, because there's just something about Ferris and the Scab with the Velocity deck and the ICD deck. There's just something different about it. I think it's just the way it cuts them clippings. Maybe the baffles are designed differently, wider open. I don't know. But so I would compare it to a Hustler and a Hustler and a Wright. I almost said Scab. Comfort is there. Now look, I have said this before and I'll say it again. Sit-down mowers have their place in this industry. I mean, heck, I ran them for years. But I'm a stand-on guy. I like to stand on a mower. And so, what do I dislike of this mower right now as of today, one-day usage? It's not a stand-on. So listen, Spartan, if you are watching this, okay? If you happen to see this and you're watching this, make a stand-on for the Ninja. Come on, man. Make a stand-on. If they made stand-ons Ninjas, I'd probably be rocking with them, or at least with one of them. Maybe two. Maybe three. I don't know. And I would be curious to see how a stand-on looks, because they look so bad with the sit-downs. They're phenomenal. They're just like the coolest looking mower out there. I can imagine what a stand-on would even look like. So Spartan, if you are listening to this, think about making a stand-on. I also think stand-on is the way to go in this industry. I really do. And I've said that before. And I think all the companies are realizing that. And stand-on is just, I don't know, it's just something about it. You have visibility. You can, you know, jump off of it real quick if you need to move something, get back on it and go. You don't get as much fatigue, you know, your back, it doesn't hurt as much, even though these seats are super comfortable. But in general, just getting on and off the machine. And like I said, you can see your engine in front of you and all that good stuff. So I just think stand-on is the way to go. But sit-downs will always have their place. And like, for example, I cannot wait to put this down a church, you know, where you have a couple acres of mowing, you know what I mean? That's where sit-down really comes handy, even though I don't mind standing. I don't know. I just feel like when I'm standing, I get done quicker. So anyway, that's my first impression, Ninjas. Stay tuned. Obviously, we'll have plenty of days and plenty of footage with this. And as I continue to use it and discover what I like, what I don't like. Right now, I don't like the fact that it's not a stand-on. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it's helped you. It does leave some great stripes. If you haven't checked out on Instagram, sgninjas, I shared some today. It does a good job. It did a phenomenal job on my yard. Actually, I should have shown it to you from the other side. Walked up there and pointed it down towards the truck, because I think they looked better. Could have been just the way I was striping or the way I started my lines. But anyway, all right. Whack-A-Granny Wednesday is a wrap. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Much more to come. And we still haven't even looked in the box to see what got delivered through FedEx. Never know. Don't miss a video. Just never know. See you, Ninjas. Have a good night. Take care. Peace.